Islam. Welcome back to the Moor Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Brother Tashan Edwards Bey. I'm here with my co-host, Brother Sharif Bey, Islam, the Elder Sheriff, Elder Sheik, Islam. Welcome back. We're here for episode, I believe this is 39, Mo.
Yes, sir.
This is 39. It's Understanding Born in Supreme Mathematics. Let's make our Understanding Born today, Mo. I'm looking forward to it. Before we go too much further, I just want to greet everybody with peace. Islam, Assalamu alaikum, Ayonio, Alafia, Rahu Bat, Shalom, Hotep, Islam, Namaste. Islam, it means peace. It all means peace to me. There's some other translations within there, but it all kind of harks back to peace, Islam. And in true Moorish fashion, before we dive all the way in, just want to give our praises and honors. Elder, would you like to give your praises and honors for today?
Yes, I'd like to rise in eternal circle of light, giving all divine perfect praises to Allah and His holy divine prophet, my adopted father, Noble Drew Ali, and his forerunner, Marcus Mosaic Garvey, in honor to Jesus, Buddha, Confucius, Muhammad, and may Allah be pleased with them for their mighty works, in honor to the Magi priest Sidney Rothstein, may Allah be pleased with him for his mighty work, and high honors to J. Gibbons, may Allah be pleased with him for his mighty works, and high honors to Emilia, may Allah be pleased with him for his mighty works, and high honor to the Master Adapt, Hamid Anderson, may Allah be pleased with him for his mighty works, and high honor to the God Benedict Jerome Graham Pay, may Allah be pleased with him for his mighty work, and high honor to Nazarene, Allah may Allah be pleased with him for his mighty works, and high honor to the Grand Resurrector, Timothy Dingle L, hyphenated, Noble Drew Ali, and his other half, Mother Wisdom, Mother Ruth, Grand Noblest, Louise Dingle L, and their daughter, Diane Dingwell, and high honor the Grand Secretary Margaret Thompson Bay, high honor to our Supreme Grand Sheik, Robert Stonell, high honor to his assistant Roberts, our page on high honor to assistant Grand Governor Shemel, high honor to Grand Governor J. Howard Bay, high honor to all my ancestors on the other side of the Nile, high honor to all my siblings on the other side of the Nile, high honor to everybody out there under the sound of my voice, and honor where honors due.
Islam, thank you for that more. I like to rise in the spirit of the seven and give all praises to Allah. High honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali and our forerunner, Marcus Messiah Garvey. Islam, high honors to all past and present leadership of the Moor Science Temple. High honors to all Moors worldwide, known and unknown, and high honors to all true and divine prophets of Allah that stand on the square of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Islam, and high honors to all of our ancestors and everybody that paved the way for us to be here. Islam, glad to be back, Mo. We have some interesting things to talk about. You sent me some videos, as normal. The normal week plays out where you come across your feeds, and there's always some new information to either refresh us on, because there's things we know, but you kind of almost forget about it.
Yes.
and you're kind of reminded, or there's supporting facts added on to really fully bring make your understanding born. So do you want to dive into any of those videos, or do you have something on your mind you want to get off your chest first, Mo?
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Rahmanir rahim maliki yawmiddin. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladzina an'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Amen. I want to reflect on last week where I gave you brothers and sisters all that history on Islam, Christianity, so you can know yourself in this battle, because we are in the middle of a holy war. And like I was saying previously, that the prison industrial complex is one avenue they come at us with. They set up them liquor stores on the corner, and they know you're going to commit a crime, because once you drink them liquors, you're under the spell. They call them wines and spirits. So I'm encourage you brothers and sisters. This session, these sessions for educational, um, these sessions for educational purpose only. I'm encourage you to when we give you information, take it down and do research. You are very special. Most of the young people out here, you know, when Malcolm X was talked about the house nigger and the field nigger, when I was young, I ain't really paid no mind until I went to college and I found out the historical black colleges were filled with house niggers.
Field house.
They filled with house niggers, and I understand what our people going through out there, and they don't mention that it's black on black crimes when it comes to jobs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I used to be out there, and when I tried to, I'm coming up out of the darkness and the marvelous light, so-called, I go to churches a lot and different places, and so-called people look at you like, just stare at you like they were better than you. I got mines and so forth and so on. So the thing is, what are we doing to solve our problems? It ain't only Trump. Does Trump represent what a man stand for in America or in your family and your race? What did your mother raise you to be? And then for those whose mothers didn't raise them to be nothing, it's our responsibility to help them and not look down on them. Because we have some serious afflictions here in America today. I even reflect back last week when I was praying, and a lot of times I'm praying, so they said, heel to heel, elbow to elbow, so you won't let Shaitan in the ranks. And I noticed that people from the foreign lands, they come over here, they act like they scared to do that, like they're in our house. So we're being attacked. They attacked in our home, in our own house because they want to be in your place. So you got to start taking value over your life. You got to claim your power back, because there's a lot of power within you. It's a lot of. We live in the data revolution. Industrial revolution was the age when it was just of animal husbandry. And things was pulled by machines and stuff. You know, mules and stuff to get things going. The mules work now, in the industrial revolution when the machines came in. But before that, it was the mules. And now we live in the data revolution. That's the technological age, the age of computers. And that's a plus for us. You don't have to be out there and be ignorant. You know, people trying to demonstrate their superior perception reality. I ain't better than you. That's bullshit. Give a law a chance. Clean up. Give the colonizers back his life. Because if you don't give him back his lifestyle, you won't never be successful. I was telling my daughter the other day about the miraculous conception. When we are fertilized in our mother's ovaries, our millions and millions of sperm cells, semen, we the only ones that made it, maybe, and then it might be twins, et cetera, et cetera. But it was a lot of them that didn't make it. That's part of your genetic codes. They're genies. They didn't make it to this side, and they see you and they attack you. That's why we had to be on our team. This ain't no joke. They laugh at you when you go to these stores and throw your life away and partake in all these spirits, these foul spirits. But Allah wants to redeem you. So you got to give Allah a chance. Peace.
Peace. Mo, how do we go about giving a lot of chance. You talk about
All right,
before
there's
being tied to the rope of law.
there are several halls of learning. I've been all of them.
Islam.
You know, the church is a hall of learning.
Mm-hmm.
The Mass Jad is a hall of learning. The Moor Science Temple is a hall of learning, right?
Mm-hmm.
I investigate. But
Okay.
in me,
Study essentially, right? You
with
study.
me, I'm anchored into who I am. But now you have a lot of people that claim like they leaders over us, and we don't see no change. So therefore, yes, our vote's powerful. Yes, we had to learn how to boycott these big corporations. And then when you see now that a lot of people's caught up into the Epstein files,
Yeah.
that's letting you know what the people that want to control us, after we study years to improve on our morals, these filthy people want to try to govern us. No way. So my thing is to all you believers out there, say you love the Lord and so forth and so on. Why don't your Lord show up and speak for you? Because mine's a speaking for me. Mine's telling me not to be afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's telling me to walk right, talk right. Now we need leadership, because when it comes to our leadership, it's always attacked. Now the distraction is the politics.
Mm-hmm.
Where's your Lord? Because we are the we are true owners of this land. They know that. Now they grabbing this and grabbing that to try to get you off your square of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
Mm-hmm.
Get you uproot you, because we are related to the land. We're just solely we're related to the soil. Have you ever took your shoes off and just put your feet in just in the grass and stuff?
All the time.
Yeah,
not since it's been cold, which is unfortunate.
Right,
But
the chi, the energy flows off in your back and stuff, and then you can relax and look into the sun and so forth and so on.
Yeah.
We're in another world.
Mm-hmm.
All this, this world around us on a daily basis is basically illusion. And we give people power that we shouldn't give power. What if we never had social media? What type of effect would they have on us? People seen the advantage of social media, something that was created by us,
Mm-hmm.
and they take advantage of it and take control, want to steal people's land, try to scare you, so forth and so on. So what happened before that? Before all this social media came out and you wanted to vote for somebody.
Wow. It was a different world.
It was a different world. Now social media took us to a whole different world. That's why the Holy Quran says, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and Al-Fatiha, all praise due to Allah, cherish, sustain of the worlds. Because when you study that Bible, that's a world. When you study that Quran, that's a world. And back in slavery, we weren't allowed to read and write, period.
Yeah.
But now you got people that's going around posing. These politicians, they're the new revolutionaries. They ain't but gonna bust a grape. Then when you ask them about the policies or the bills that they pass, they are all against us. And just like I was saying that our city was predominantly so-called copper color. And we took all the seats in city council. And so when they wanted to gentrify the city, they took them copper colored representatives up there to vote for the city to be gentrified. Now I'm asking you, what do the copper colored representatives have for us now? Being they done gentrify the city, they line their pockets. What about the generations to come? What is the message to them? That's why we had to be a role model.
Yeah.
It's we're the A team here. Mm-hmm. We're the rescue squad.
Allah's team.
Yes, we got to jump out and uplift fallen humanity.
Islam.
And Allah will give us the words to speak to fallen humanity, because fallen humanity is in trouble.
Mm-hmm.
This stuff, I've been watching what's been going on, and it's sickening because I don't see no leadership. Nowhere. I mean, just few places, right? But you got the people in the House of Representatives, Senate keep going after each other, arguing over our cash, our state. The money belongs to we the people. Now, if the money belongs to we the people, and you politicians in Wilmington, Delaware, doing something that shouldn't be no tent city. Yeah. What have you did to your time? That shows me where your heart is. And I don't want your job in no position like that. I ain't gunning for that. I just stand for that which is right.
Yeah.
It ain't no way that it should be a tent city over there and babies over there. And politicians going around smiling in your face. Now, that dragon stuff going somewhere else. They are at least supposed to be, the mayor's supposed to be there, and all the city council members supposed to resolve that problem.
Mm-hmm.
And it's crazy. And so all these people that say they have a relationship, a special relationship with their Lord, it shouldn't be. All these churches around here in Wilmington, Delaware, it shouldn't be. Mm. Where's your heart at? That ain't Jesus' teachings that where we should see people over in tent city like this. Shouldn't be no tent city. What can we do to work on getting some of these liquor stores out of our community and move them to the suburbs? Because that's helping somebody get paid off our children. They done destroyed us. We done suffered slavery. Then after that, these different world wars, mm-hmm. and poverty, and we still ain't make no change. It says the Holy Quran says, never does Allah change the conditions of a people until they change within their heart. Are you ready to change out there? Because we ready to change, we can get something done. Because we're ready to change and give up all that crazy stuff. You got to see Allah work. And you got to see that the enemy ain't no match for you. They trying to run scare taxes and stuff like that. And but when you live in righteousness and stuff, you ain't scared of nothing. Allah says, fear me and fear me alone. Because Allah will fix your enemy. Peace.
Peace. Peace. Islam, Mo. I think in terms of Allah fixing the enemy, it's going to come through Allah working through us.
Yes,
and,
sir.
That's going to.
He done fixed us.
Yeah. Well, we need more people to be fixed, like you said. I mean, to reprogram.
We need more people to fix, because you don't fix yourself, that means your demise. Mm. You're easy to take off the battlefield if you're always drunk. You're always getting high. You don't have no respect for your partner. That gives the enemy a way in. Yes, I don't want to be in no bad relationship with nobody.
Yeah.
I'm to the age, that age. They can have that stuff, because a bad relationship is a hellfire.
Yeah.
So I got to focus on salvation. I got to focus on deliverance. So we collectively as a people, what are we going to do for our community? That's what it's about. The politicians ain't did nothing. They had many years to sit up there and say they going to do this. They're not doing nothing. So we got to come forth as men, brothers and sisters, and start doing for our community. We should get rid of tent city. That shouldn't be.
Islam, as of now, it is temporarily resolved because of the weather. Right. They did find temporary housing and sheltering for the brothers and sisters that are out there, but that's temporary. I mean, once that wears out, they're going to be back out there.
I came up in the city, been there most of my life, and to see it like this, and to see people saying they ain't leaving nobody nowhere. So we should we gave these politicians a chance, and they should start coming forth and saying what they have did, and show it. On public policy ain't nothing. Mm-hmm. And if they don't want to change their lives, we should get rid of them. Because do you want somebody playing with your life?
Of course not. Huh?
Well, I'm a Vietnam era veteran. I ain't letting anybody play with my life like that.
Yeah, it's too serious.
I'm not letting them intimidate. Me and I'm a psychology major too.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts me to tell these people out here in the audience they're one big experiment.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know law, you one big experiment. That's the type of psychology I took, experimental psychology. The rats running the maze. They keep going back and back in this cycle, and they don't know how to get up out of it because they don't have holy breath. Holy breath ain't a part of that circle.
Islam. Islam, that's circle 7. And you get that right here in these 4 walls, Mo. Come and study with us. Study hall and Holy Temple meetings.
Yes.
Every Friday, 7 p.m. the God Hour, 715 North King Street. Come check us out, Wilmington, Delaware. Proclaim your nationality. Nationality is the order of the day. It's the order of every day. Come proclaim your nationality. Become officially Moorish American. If you believe
Because all the people that think they know anything about what being a Moorish American is, you can't show me nowhere in any holy book where such thing as a black people recorded. Where did we get that name? Allah didn't give us that name.
No.
So when they say black and stuff like refer to you as that adjective like that in that fashion, not a man, but it's like an adjective, right? When they pronounce it that way, they are you are giving them divinity when you accept that. And so if you give them divinity, that means that's your God.
Wow.
So we had to learn how to be grounded and rooted into the truth. And we grounded and rooted in the truth and stuff, they'll leave. Because we're from a noble order. We're from a noble family. The Wizard of Oz is written about us. Let me see, the straw man, the straw man is your name in all capital letters, and the Tin Man tax identification number, and what the lion is about, right?
The what?
The lion.
The lion?
Yeah.
No.
The lion, he was a brother. Did you see his complexion?
Yeah.
They said the lion of Judah became a coward, and they was pointing to us about that. And Emerald City was all about the money.
Okay.
The green, and the wizard was a humbug. So they putting all types of crazy stuff on us. So if you don't have your life grounded in the Most High, and I'm not talking about what they gave us, right? You got to know Allah. That's one of His names. You know what I mean? Jehovah, that's one of His names. Et cetera, et cetera. Moshe Command said, regardless of what you may call Him, He is a rootless root for which all things have grown. So we had to stop learning. We had to start learning how to speak in other tongues in our research, because if you don't start changing stuff, you have the same vibration of the same people who colonized you, and we want to get to a higher vibration. We want to get to the elevated places that the Quran talking about, and we're a special class over here. I get tired of foreign Muslims coming over here, and some of them, I've met some decent foreign Muslims in my life, and I'm not taking nothing from them. May Allah bless them, and they still tight and so forth and so on with me and so forth. But it's ways, manners in which you treat people. You don't come at people's community and say you Muslims sell pork and sell drugs, sell guns and stuff like that, and then try to make it look like we have the same cause. I don't got the same cause as they do. They ain't gonna. I'm not even gonna deal with that. I'm stronger than that. Our history's stronger than that. And when you start studying about, our contribution to the world and stuff, we put the world in heaven. Look at all these lights and beautiful cars and planes and air conditioning, traffic light, and all that stuff. Anything that makes people feel comfortable around the world, we created. And people talking trash about us.
Do you see the brother that created? They're calling the father of AI. It's a brother, a so-called black man.
Right. So every time they watch,
Mr. Blackwell.
yeah,
They
what
put out a documentary about
they
him.
watch what we create, and when we create something, they make money up out it, and so forth and so on. Then they come back, and then they want to rule us. They want to rule us, and then a Neanderthal got Reese monkey blood in him. So that means we're different species.
It's interesting. You saw it went viral. Trump posting the Obamas as apes.
You know what I feel about that?
Go ahead.
I feel that Obama and them should have. I'm not crying over the bullshit like that.
Of course.
I'm thinking Obama and Michelle Hardenett. They could have came back and put him in check. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Now, people they play off racism. They ain't gonna give that up. That's how they survived. That's how they got this land.
Mm-hmm.
They're not giving that up. So the thing is to all you, what do you believe in out there?
Mm-hmm.
People say they got something going on. What do they believe in?
They believe in what the media basically
They
tells
believe
them.
that bullshit.
Yeah. They believe in the propaganda.
And then they constantly follow them holidays, some pagan holidays.
Yeah.
It ain't nothing in the Bible that tell you about the pagan holidays and so forth and so on. And they try to cast on the young people and make that a reality and so forth and so on. You're casting spells. You're casting lies. You're casting propaganda.
Islam. That's definitely a big part of why I really want to homeschool. The culture that they teach is just anti me, from my understanding. It doesn't teach what I would like my children to be raised on. But for my daughters to be going to school and the whole week before Christmas is all they're talking about, all they're learning, all they're doing, they're watching movies on it and all this stuff. Now it's Valentine's Day. They're expected.
Yes.
All the children are expected to get the Valentine's cards. They're expected to bring candy for everybody. They're expected to tell everybody they love them and all this stuff.
When you leave that foolishness alone, my people, you'll feel better. You'll heal.
I agree.
Huh?
I agree wholeheartedly.
Yeah. So if you can't leave that alone, you ain't ready to fight. You ain't ready for the rumble. That's one of the biggest things right there. If we left that alone and stuff, what would we do to the stock markets? What crashed them stock markets? That's what them oligarchs and stuff, they want to control us with the 2025 stuff because of what we bought. We gave them the money. Now they want to reverse psychology on us and be mean to us. And so you house niggas and you Uncle Toms don't make it any easier because y'all are part of it. And I'm thankful to a lot of brothers and sisters on TikTok because they giving it up. When older people, a lot of older people, they neglected us. Like I told you, I was going in certain halls of higher learning and stuff, and like when I went to Cheney and stuff, it was filled with house niggers. Yeah,
and we obviously there's some kind of grace that has to be given because I don't believe that they're coming from operating from a place of bad intent. It's just their programs. Their programs.
Some people are straight up messed up.
Islam.
They're mentally ill. Some of our people are messed up.
But even then, where does the illness come from? You got
to go across social media. They still, people promote things with their tongue. It goes back to James Street. What I'll tell you about James Street.
Yeah.
Law has given us sight, speech, and hearing. We got to learn how to use that speech because that speech plants seeds.
Islam. That's my point, though, is that people only are regurgitating and repeating what they hear. So they're only repeating what they're told and what their programs.
They better straighten up.
It gets to a point.
Because all right, they're talking about World War III.
Islam.
And you tell me about what they hear. So how do you bounce that off?
It requires. That's what I'm saying. It gets to a point where you get to an age where you can't use that as an excuse. You have to put your big boy pants on and do your own studying, do your own discernment, and you should be able to.
That's why we're here. We're here to wake people up. Yeah. It ain't no joke,
Islam.
It's educational purpose stuff, and a lot of times you take notes and stuff. Like, you ain't never heard of King Alfred plan?
I think we read that. I believe, Mo.
No, we never read that.
King Alfred plan.
Yep.
Maybe I'm thinking about.
Dr. Sylvia.
No, we read. Maybe
King-
it could have been Leopold.
The Leopold.
Maybe
King
Leopold.
Alfred plan tell them preachers what they got in store for them. The ones that think they buddy.
No, okay, yeah, we didn't.
Like they buddy. The King Alfred plan tells the preachers what they got in store for them.
Wow.
And I'm not going to really read it right now and stuff.
Islam.
Some things I don't even feel like reading and stuff that's so terrible and stuff like that, right?
I hear that.
But people keep thinking that they are because they got a little money. I'm on the boss's side. No, the boss is always going to be the boss. The Holy Quran said, "Did not tell you not to choose Satan for a friend to you. He's an avowed enemy." They mean that. Follow not the footsteps of Satan to you. He's an avowed enemy. And that's what a lot of our people do. They follow the footsteps of Satan. And Satan's even in the rank of some of these foreign people.
Of course.
Some of these foreign Muslims come over here trying to teach us Islam, but it ain't Islam. It's Islam. That's why we had to do our research. I'm not saying all foreign. You got some good foreign Muslims.
Of course.
That I met and they taught me, so forth and so on. But where Islam is today and stuff, it's deep because you got Muslims firing on Muslims stealing their gold. And you got different, about Afghanistan, right?
Yeah.
So forth and so on. They don't represent us.
Of course.
We a whole different quality what we done been through. But I thank Allah for that we're able to sit in halls of higher learning like this, and more people should come into these halls of higher learning so they can grow. That
Islam.
They should learn about the history I was breaking down, so when they go forth, they won't be ambushed by anybody with any bull BS.
Islam.
Yeah, because if you ain't got your act in order, if you ain't got your studies right, they take you out.
Yeah.
It's just like being in a relationship with before you came in light and stuff, and you met a girl, and she met you, and you try to figure each other out and stuff.
Yeah.
So you got to have this in order.
Of course.
Because you don't have this mind in order, they take you out, and so when you get older and stuff, you ain't got time for them games. I'm telling my older brothers and sisters out there too, because they look at you as a prize. Because going back to that birth certificate and stuff, they want to put you in a old folks' home, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That birth certificate lets you know slavery never went nowhere. They're watching you. Just like I said when I was talking about the process of conception and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. The immaculate conception.
The ones that make the get him, get her. You know what I mean? It's also people on this side now. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see you reach your full state of self-actualization. They don't want to see you comfortable at a certain age.
Yeah.
They want to see you break down. That's why all these stores, liquor stores, was put out there. All this get hot. But I'm saying the Bible said, turn your foot from their path. Refrain from them. Come into holiness. Because Allah is still on the throne. Peace.
Islam. It is February, so-called Black History Month. Islam. On the note of what you're just saying right there, I always like to say my favorite quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., which is, he's afraid he integrated us into a burning house.
All right, so, but the Quran says, for those who work righteous deeds, their portions are gardens beneath which rivers flow. They shall dwell therein forever. For those who reject faith, their penalty is the fire, whose fuel is men and stone. So Martin Luther King said, I'm afraid I integrated them in the burn house. Don't that sound a little like it's related?
Of course.
Yeah, because our people out there today, they in the hellfire.
Mm-hmm.
Hellfire, you just can't get it together. So, it's on us to bring Allah on earth because Allah's in us.
That's right.
We got to bring Allah to earth. Because we don't want to get caught up in that crazy stuff this world, we want to bring in divinity.
Mm-hmm.
We're dismissing all that crazy stuff.
Islam. Islam. As you said, I mean, we're living in an artificial world that's kind of
It's artificial.
that's built, in the
They
real
want
world.
to make you believe that they in charge of all this. They ain't in charge of nothing. They ain't in charge of the next breath that they take. Allah's in charge of all that. That's just a test. This day, the Bible said, this day choose whom you will serve. Will you serve God? Or, that's what they say, God or man. I don't say God, you know what I mean? Because I'm in some much higher than that, the Elohims, etc., right? But it says, this day choose whom you will serve. And our people serve carnal customs. They can't leave them wines and spirits alone. They can't leave them drugs alone. They were put here.
Mm-hmm.
But so we got to say enough is enough. Even though I know it's hard for a lot of you brothers and sisters out there in your addiction, but you have to give it up and want to live. You deserve a chance to live. And if you really believe and have faith in Allah, He will throw back their mockery. That's what the Holy Quran says. The mockery of the people that's trying to be in charge of your life, and they can't even leave little boys and girls alone. What happened to the morals of America? Well, when I was coming up, I was around people with morals. They were people of all walks of life. It was,
Yeah.
I'm not saying a specific color because it was people that cared. Now I'm sensing that people, they just real greedy and they mean. And did you see all them girls were missing?
Yeah.
All our children missing and stuff because these animals are kidnapping our children. We keep thinking we the same species. I know I ain't the same species. I don't, if they call me black, it doesn't bother me because I know who I am.
Islam.
I know about the copper-colored people who this land belonged to. I'm not under their spells. I'm in the I'm not in the clinical psychology. I'm in the reverse psychology.
Okay.
Yeah, because Allah has did so much for us. What I'm talking about today, I couldn't talk like this years ago. That I feel delivered. I don't do the things I used to do. And I'm praying that my brothers and sisters out there that's undergoing affliction change the conditions of their heart, because my prayer goes out to you. Allah will make your life different. Just got to have faith. We've come this far by faith.
Islam. What's faith? I mean, what's faith to you, Mo? Explain what you mean by. You said it earlier as well, and it was something I was thinking about.
Salvation is a ladder reaching from the heart of men to the heart of Allah. It has 3 steps. Belief is first. This is what man thinks perhaps it's truth. Faith is next. This is what man knows that's truth. Fruition is lost in faith. Belief is lost in faith, and fruition, faith is lost. Man is saved when he's reached deific life, and he and Allah are one. We have to learn how to be one with Allah and let Allah use us as a vessel to speak through, to purify the earth, to clean the earth up. We come from a line of teachers. They don't only stop at one man. Ain't you a part of the nations of gods on earth?
Islam.
That's what it's about.
Islam.
Even Jesus said, know that you are God's children of the Most High God. And then, he said he was God. He was God. So people just don't read. So I'm encouraging my people. It ain't only one book to read. There's many books you can read to broaden your horizons. I'm not trying to spook you out about no one book. In slavery, we couldn't read and write, period. And don't let nobody spook you about reading no one book. You can make the change in your life. It's on you, people. Copper-colored people, it's on you. So after all this storm we've been riding this past 6 months, and if you don't make change, or you don't realize what's going on, I feel sorry for you. Because the thing is that the people that oppress us ain't gonna do nothing for us. They still claim that they own all the natural resources of the land. Well, you voted them in so they say that, so they can say that. I really feel that we should have a different party,
Yeah.
the Indigenous American Party.
Mm.
Yep, different party, because them people keep lying. They keep lying, and our people lie.
Of course.
So I can't just lash at the one group, and some people just lie. And you know, the Holy Quran says, in the heart of the hypocrites, we have set the disease of hypocrisy. You deal with a lot of people out there, they're hypocrites.
Mm-hmm.
So you're supposed to examine the way a man walk, examine the way a man talk.
That's right.
But you got good people make the world go round. You got good people and you got bad people. But you don't have to take people's nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate, I'm thankful for my mom. I didn't understand. Them beatings hurt,
Yeah.
but they paid off. This is their cash in on all them beatings and stuff, because I became a better man.
Islam.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is a little off topic, but you just said something that made me think in terms of disciplining your children that way. I mean, there's two trains of thoughts, because some people are saying that that is
We had to learn how to break away
okay.
from them people.
That's what I'm saying. People are saying that we learned
we had to get away
slavery.
from them.
So
we had to get away from them. We got to open our own schools.
okay, oh, of course.
And because
the
the treasury don't belong to them, and they know it.
Okay.
They can't run this thing without us.
Of course.
But we had to get our own, because they teach lies.
Yeah.
They don't want you to come in the knowledge of yourself.
Islam.
So when they come up on our square, they know what square they belong to, belong on. When they come up in our square, they come in our jurisdiction, and we'll take them to court. I'm not talking about no public policy,
Yeah.
because that's what they dealing with. We'll take them to the constitutional court, constitutional law. That's what we got to do. We got to come back within the constitutional folds, because they're not in the constitutional folds.
Islam.
And that's real important. If they're not in constitutional fold, they travel on piracy on high seas.
Mm.
And you know the penalty for piracy.
Was that's hanging,
Treason.
right?
Yeah. So we got to speak the law to them. Just learn how to study the law, and speak that to them. When we come up, we study the law, and get in the Constitution and speak to them. They can't handle. That's the Prophet said the Constitution is one of the greatest documents of all times.
Mm.
And we stand for love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. I'm telling you, man, you learn that Constitution, and you demonstrate it right. They ain't no match for nobody. That's why they're going crazy now.
Mm-hmm.
You think they on the Constitution now? The Supreme Court be studying it.
Well, of course.
But outside of the Supreme Court, who studied it? Because people that want stock raving mad.
Yeah.
The Constitution's there to help develop your character too, to help you be better. You know, better American. I've been studying that since I've been a little boy.
Yeah. I need to dive in. When I first joined the temple, I was told to get a copy of the Constitution, and I have not. I'm ashamed to admit. But we study it though. We read it. We read it here in the temple once again every Friday, 7 p.m. We read from the Constitution. We read from the Quran. We read from the all books. All books of higher learning to gain a higher understanding. Most of these books are really just gaining more knowledge of self. Because as you're reading, you're doing self-reflection, and you're getting a better understanding. So, come learn thyself, come know thyself here in the temple number 4, Federation, Moor Science Temple of America, Islam.
And they dump their trash on our street.
Mm.
We have some serious problems here in Wilmington. We got our trash and their trash too. But it ain't their fault because somebody made them like that. They were innocent people. And then they were made like that. Now the thing is we need people to help them get from point A to point B. You got to extend your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, help. I mean, help people.
Islam. This past Friday at Holy Temple meeting at the study hall, we were reading. Do you remember what chapter of the Holy Quran that was when we were speaking on the Holy Covenant of the Asiatic nation?
I don't remember it.
Okay.
Chapter. I just recite it all the time.
Yeah, but it speaks on that in terms of
25.
Yeah, Islam. That is a number.
That's the number.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yeah, in terms of just helping your brother, helping your sister.
Because we're not from this world. We're from the cosmos.
Mm.
We come from the heavens and reach down, pull back. You know, I mean, we want to stay into the heavens, man. We don't want nobody pulling us up out of the heavens. Ramadan's get ready to come up. That's an exit.
Mm.
It
is.
I thank Allah for that. They said during the Ramadan, the gates of gates of paradise is open. So I'm being obedient. And I'm walking the way. I'm not letting no foreigners get in my way. That think I should. I don't got to look at them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They don't even have to exist to me. You know, we've been through some struggles here.
Of course.
You know, you come from a distant land, come by somebody's house and stuff, and you can't obey the rules. Go ankle to ankle, elbow to elbow to keep the enemy out. You let me know where you was coming from. A lot of them like that.
Mm.
And we got our issues too. But I said, wow, that's very disrespectful to come to somebody's house and act like that.
Islam. Wow.
Did you want to play Getty?
Getty. Which one was that? Okay, we played. Okay, yeah. Islam. That brother's loud. Mm-hmm. I didn't even watch the whole video yet, so this is going to be new for me. Mm-hmm. So we're going to play a quick clip. Window capture. Oh, there it goes.
I get them. Here, get in here. I got one of the biggest secrets and gifts for you. Now, have you ever heard about the birth certificate is sold on the stock market? Well, I got the receipts. And don't ask me how did I get them. Please do not ask me how did I get them in my inbox. As long as you got it, okay? As long as you got it. Now, I went back to my records and found this because I got tired. Everybody kept saying, oh, they selling our birth certificates. That's why it's on bond paper and blah, blah, blah. Now, you have the proof and the receipts. Thanks to Getty. Say thank you, Getty. But let's continue. Now be quiet, but watch. Look at this. I marked it in green for you. So you can have it. You can go in and take a screenshot if you like. Here go the other half. I did it.
Hold on. Let me look at that. You read this one? Did you pull this up?
Hmm? Yeah, he's got to tell you how much.
In yellow and purple.
I was gonna say. I mean, I see this. It just was on the screen. It said 300 million. Or what was that?
He's gonna tell you. He's gonna point to it for you.
But
so what I'm saying to you, we as a people, when we get information like that, we got to go as a group and get that. That's your reparations there.
Yeah, I mean,
let
me finish playing.
You can see it. Look. You can see it. Look.
And that's the trust that Canon Law 2056.
But look how much it's worth though.
See it?
Look.
That's 300 billion,
look.
not 300 million. 300 billion.
Remember Canon Law 2056?
100 billion.
Say thank you, Getty. And if you'd like to donate $1, greatly appreciate it.
Remember
Hey, get in here,
Canon
get
Law
in.
2056?
I don't remember. No.
Google it again. That's the trust that it's talking. That's talking about the trust. That's where it goes at.
Canon Law 26.
Canon Law 2056. That's why they had to strip you from your rights so they could steal your money.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, this is a list of canon. Canon 1, the canons of this code concern
Keep
ongoing
scrolling down.
church. Canon 6, Canon 12.
Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
So I got Canon 20. A later law abrogates or
No, 2056.
20. So 2056.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And it's talking about the secret trust. The secret trust is it say it plainly.
Yeah, this only shows it goes up to
Let me see
1752.
your phone. Let me see. Did you put Canon Law 2056 in there?
Of course,
Put
no.
Google
I typed
Gem-
it. I
put
typed
Google-
in Canon
put
Law
Google
20.
Gemini. Google Gemini. Do Google Gemini and put in Canon Law 2056. All this stuff is important. So we had to understand, my people, what I've been teaching you about different things about religion, how it comes all the way up to the day. The Crusades are still going on. The Holy War is still going on, so you got to take your stance. You got to choose whose side you on. And it goes deeper than being Christian or Muslim. You just got to see what the Holy War is. This is a Bible says, try a spirit, by the spirit, know if it be of the Lord. We've been attacked by all types of stuff. Oh, my phone won't come on.
Yeah, so
Can you Google? Can you Google it?
yeah, I mean it's the same Google on my phone.
No,
and-
it comes up right for me and stuff.
okay, well,
Put
I would
Google Scholar.
Google Scholar.
Yeah, Google Scholar.
Okay,
Now
Scholar.
put Canon Law 2056.
All right, there's a bunch of things. I mean, you tell me this is what all that pops up. I type in Canon Law 2056 and Google Scholar.
I'll get it next time. But I've been drilling you with this, and it said give them the secret trust, right? Something like that. We've been going over it. I don't know how.
Well, we talked about it multiple
but
times, but
you
when
have-
I search it, it doesn't come up.
I'm gonna get it. You got to keep it and let it lock in because it's serious. Because what they're using this, and this is part of the doctrine of discovery and the Crusades. They're still in our state.
Islam. No, we definitely need to bring some.
Did you put Canon Law 2056?
Well, that's exactly what I'm typing in. I'm not typing in anything else.
Put in Canon Laws and see what come up. Just put Canon Laws. They're hiding them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's I don't even know where to start. So the first link that comes up is the Holy See, Vatican.va, and it looks like this is a Code of Canon Law table of contents, and this is a long list of.
That's good. They say you need what?
So
If you want to hide anything from a so-called black man, put it in a book.
So this, just like the other link I found, this only goes up to 17. It doesn't go to 2000s. It goes up to 17.
Well, I get it. When I
52.
When I get it, lock it in, right, and don't ever lose it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're taking that birth certificate, and that's what Canon Law 2056 is talking about, right? Once a person show their record of live birth, the secret trust ceases to be, and then if a person don't acknowledge that, he's violation of his duty.
Islam.
It must be relief from his duties. All that stuff is legal stuff. But I don't have people. People just won't fight, and it's bad because they get ready to tear us up. If we don't get up, we get ready to get tore up. We gotta get up because we had our warnings. It ain't like Allah ain't telling us. Allah's telling us to get up
Islam.
and use your intelligence. And you don't got to bow down and cow down to nobody. You know, unless they're your God or something like that. And they keep promoting that through their holidays. We keep running, chasing that mess. And anybody keep trying to put you into it stuff, they ain't your friends. You know, they might say that ain't well for people to keep leading you astray like that. What was the other lady?
Yeah, we have another video here.
Cherokee Treaty of 1866, Article 9, as well as all free colored persons who were in the country at the commencement of the rebellion and are residents therein, or who may return within 6 months, and their descendants shall have all the rights of native Cherokees. Cherokee Treaty of 1866, Article 9, as well as all free colored persons who were in the country at the commencement of the rebellion and are residents therein, or who may return within 6 months, and their descendants shall have all the rights of native Cherokees.
They keep reclassifying us, and the people look like us, like Jesse Jackson said we were Afro-Americans and stuff like that. The people and the people in the college jobs and stuff like that, with money, they act like they over us, stuff like that. And they are leaders and stuff, and they keep promoting that bull crap. Just that language, you have to watch the tongue. This tongue will curse you. So we about the grand resurrection, we trying to get people up. I mean, it ain't too cool to be my age and look back and don't see no motivation, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We can make this world different. And when the people ain't writing stuff, like the oligarchs, it's time for us to boycott their products. They said, you know what they said about Bill Gates?
I said a lot about, but what? But is it?
Why him and his wife got a divorce?
No. Well, I mean, I know he was doing. They said he was, doing some funny stuff with children, but what else?
His wife caught the STD. That's.
Oh wow.
Yep.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at all.
He's the one that said that.
Oh, I heard. Yeah, he tried to give her medicine. He tried to give her antibiotics to heal her of it without her knowing about it.
And then he's the one saying the earth is overpopulated.
Yeah.
So you got people in America didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
They just want to sleep. That's why Trump came in, because he's seen how sleep a lot of people is. He's seen he could do things, and a lot of people would just say nothing. And I'm talking about the so-called black folks too, because they fed into it.
Yeah.
They fed into that you're black. They fed into that illusion. That ain't lost people.
Islam.
Prophet said, be careful not to lose your soul in a crowd. And it says, a fool will be servile while there's no subjection. That's Morse Quran, right? And so he said, the public is unstable. That's Morse Quran. So that's what we're looking at. Mm-hmm. We ain't got to get caught up in that crazy stuff. Speak with clearness, power, and authority, and be sincere. I'm not in this life. Been in this life, but I can't see my fruit blossom. I've seen my fruit blossom, and I'm still working on it. It's a beautiful feeling and stuff. I'm not trying to give it up. I mean, I go through hard times, so forth and so on, but Allah's caused me to blossom. And that's what it's about today, us blossoming.
Islam, alhamdulillah. Islam.
Don't let it, when they call you by them names that delude to slavery, they pulling you off your deen. Mm-hmm. You have to turn on the light switch. Know yourself, know your power. Know that the nearest place you can meet Allah is in the heart. Yep.
Islam. And if you're in Wilmington or surrounding areas, the closest place you can proclaim your nationality is right here in this temple. Temple number 4. Come visit us, 715 North King Street, Wilmington, Delaware, every Friday, 7 p.m., the God Hour, study hour. We're actually 2 hours. We study for 2 hours, Holy Temple meeting. Come visit, come proclaim your nationality, join the temple, fellowship, and builds with your brothers and sisters. We have Great works we're doing, and more to come. More hands on deck. We need more hands on deck, though, Mo. So we are over the hour mark. Any final remarks you would like to give, more before we get off?
May the Lord of heavens bless you and keep you. May the Lord of heavens cause the light of his countenance to shine down upon you and be gracious unto you. May the Lord of heavens lift up the light of his countenance upon you and give you peace. May the sweet communion of Holy Spirit rest, rule, and abide with you henceforth and forevermore. And may Ola Dubere dismiss you from this place, but not from our. May Ola Dubere dismiss you from this place, but not his presence. My heart, mind, and soul says Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe. Until next time, we're signing off.
Peace.
Peace.